Hi guys, welcome back to the road to 1600 in the 5-minute games. So, last episode we did lose a few rating points, so let's try and get things back on track. Why does things feel so weird? I don't have my headphones on, that's why. So we're just going to show against the Sicilian. We always go open Sicilian. One thing I want to do in the future, guys, is learn a close Sicilian line. Because I'm a little bit sick of just playing open Sicilian all the time like this. But we'll see how it goes. So you can take here, but we like recapturing with the queen, really. So let's just put some pressure on this knight. Probably pivot back here. So we've got a chance to sack, but I don't think it's working. Since they can always just castle kingside. So now if we... Yeah, because before we were threatening to take and then take the queen and ruin their castling rights. Whereas now they take back with the bishop. Is that worth it? I don't think so. So let's just get castled. And then have a think about how we're going to play this. So this looks natural. But then they take. So if we trade, then we can get this push in, right? Looks nice. Maybe back it up with this move. So if takes, why don't we put a bit of pressure here? If they capture, we get double isolated pawns. So maybe this to support this move. Yeah. So we're going to kick the knight. I've just warmed up in a bullet tournament, which we did all right in. We came in the top 25%. Let's just grab this. So it's bishop pair against bishop pair. So who can get the most active bishops? Now, if they take us, we're happy because we get an open file for the rook. But if we take them, they're quite unhappy because they get double isolated pawns in the center. So they're pretty weak there. And now maybe we expand with this move. Or go for something like this. Centralizing the queen, connecting the rooks, and threatening this, going after mate. So quite a clean game so far, guys, if I do say so myself. Creating this structural damage here. And yeah, so we're not threatening this anymore because queen takes. But now we can win this pawn. And what is the queen going to do? I don't see it. So if we win this pawn, maybe rook comes. But then we take the bishop, right? So I think this is just a free piece. Free pawn. We're quite happy here, guys, right? Those of you that have not joined the Discord, by the way, everyone's free to join. You know, there's no cost or anything like that. It's just a happy community. You play tournaments every week if you do want to join. So this looks nice. Is this just not a free piece? No, because now we get this winning the bishop. So maybe we do this, put more pressure on this pawn through like an X-ray effect. And then if this, now at least the bishop is covered. And maybe back here to maintain our initial threat of this. If here, queen takes, we take. Okay. So they're threatening this, but it doesn't actually do anything, we just take. So maybe we centralize the other rook, but then actually no, because then this does do something. So that sort of stops us centralizing our rook, this move. So we could just play against this bishop with the pawns now. Like that. We're a little bit lower on the clock, but I do really like my position. It's just a tiny bit better, you know? The pawn structure's a bit better. And yeah, I totally forgot about that pawn. Let's kick the bishop. So yeah, we want to target this weak pawn. If here, we go here. Could we go here? They take, we take. So now we can hit the queen, which looks nice. Let's try that. We want to put more pressure on this pawn. Maybe we could lock in this pawn on this light square, and therefore the bishop can't defend it, and we should be able to target it. So they're offering a queen trade here. Could go back and then maintain this threat. And then we're eyeing the rook, which looks pretty nice. Also, just this looks really good. Just pressure and everything. Okay, so we've got pressure here, but the bishop's defending that nicely. What about this, going after the base of the pawn chain, but queen defends? Oh, it's pretty tight, this, isn't it? Back. Let's try that. It's just going to be who makes the mistake here, guys. We can't play this because then we get double isolated pawns. Not got much time. Maybe we look to push here. We need to make something happen because we're going to lose on time at this rate if we just keep shuffling around. So this doesn't work. So I guess we pivot back here. Maybe this. Trying to win this weak pawn, finally. So this, offer a trade of rooks. So they're going after this mate. So we just kick the rook now. And then have we got enough pressure here now? No. They just win a piece out of it. But after this, then we've got more pressure on this pawn. Just if we win this pawn, we're winning, guys. Maybe this, trying to go after mate. But then could we go like this and force a trade? Yeah, if this, queen back here, maybe we'd take. So queen would have to go here, here, here. And then we damage the structure at the end. So yeah, pawn structure is just slightly better. We did lose that pawn before carelessly, but I think we can clean this one up for a win. This is just the threat now. So maybe back here as well, just defending this pawn. They cannot get the bishop in to defend because we take. So, looking alright, guys. Wow, what is this? So, this, we take. Because this pawn's pinned. So this, I don't know what this threatens. I'm just a bit confused. So if here, I think this is fine, right? I love our bishop, even though it's on the back rank where it started, guys. It's still gorgeous, cut in between the queen and the rook here. Okay, feeling spicy. So I don't know what this does now. We just take, right? So if take, we just move the queen back here. Or maybe that, threatening mate, that does look spicy indeed. If here, we're threatening mate, but they do a pawn move. Oh no, let's hit the queen. Not sure what to do. Oh my god, what am I doing? Just lost, we just lost. Why didn't they take with the bishop? It's still completely lost, but bishop, they would have just won our queen. But now they don't have a bishop move which comes with check. So that's pretty awful of them. They should have done that. We've got to go to a dark square now. And now we get check, winning the queen. We've got a minute to find it as well. Yeah. But we get 2 pieces for the queen, so maybe it's not completely lost. We're still threatening mate. This, I don't know. Yeah. Right, one more. Let's one more. What do we do? We'll go for a queen's gambit this time, guys. And now we're just gonna, so this is the pawn we gambit. Sorry about that. Okay, so put 2 pawns in the center. We're targeting this pawn now. Look at that, beautiful position. This is 101 Queen's Gambit. This is exactly what we want. So we were having a bit of pressure on this, maybe tactics winning the queen in like intercontinental and ballistic missile tactics. So this, targeting this pawn. So this is hit now, so we just develop. But then they do this. We should have gone here. Pretty lax of us losing this pawn. Just a really simple tactic, kicking, or even developing and pinning. So where do we push this pawn? And then it removes this threat of kicking the knight and winning the pawn. They didn't see it. So if we take, well, they just get a weird pawn here. Well, maybe after. This is going to be a backwards pawn, isn't it? But they could break here with a little bit of support. So, just develop like this. A nice move, protecting both the pawns. We're trying to reclaim our points after that last game, guys. This road 1600. So maybe here looks that looks really nice. But also this targeting the weak pawn, and then this targeting mate. So let's go for that. Maybe we'll prepare this move soon. Just preparing to move the queen, because queen has to stay here to defend this, because we can't tolerate takes and the damaging of our structure, guys. But I love this plan. Bang. Poof. Because they don't even have a knight. Normally there's a knight here defending this square, but we've got this strong pawn in the center protecting here. So it's going to be a bit uncomfortable to defend that. Maybe they have to push this, but then the dark squares become weak. You know, we get a bishop in, we try and get a queen in on the dark squares to mate like this. So I think, again, we're slightly better here. Last time we got a little bit low on time, and then can't remember how we threw it, but we threw the game somehow. Yeah, so let's try and convert this slightly better position. At least I think it's slightly better. So now they're threatening this, and takes. So we need to add another defender to this square. So maybe like this. Just lining up with the queen's always good. Queen can come in like this. Do we care? Probably not. Maybe we kick the bishop now. If back, can we? It's a bit overextending, isn't it? Going for the old 1-2. Let's try it. Let's just try and force a decision. Yeah, so they go back. So my plan was this, and now this pawn push becomes extremely weakening. You know, if they're going to try and defend against this mate threat. So let's do this now. Now we've got the rook out of the way. So this now they cannot take, because then we give mate. Come on, hit the queen. Maybe they come back here though. Yeah. Wow. It was pretty hard to see, to be fair, wasn't it? These two pieces all the way on the other edge of the board. We give a little GG. So 1 loss, 1 win, guys. We brought it back at the end there. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.